Hey everybody, Doc here. So our first question has to do with the doctrine of election in regards to our own free will and us coming to salvation by responding to God. So the question goes something like, if the doctrine of election is true, how can we receive salvation of our own free will? It's a great question, and I think it bears a biblical answer. And really where I want to take us is to Ephesians chapter 2. Listen to what verse 1 says. And you were dead in your trespasses and sins. Dead. Completely and utterly dead. So now, what can a dead person do? The answer to that question is obviously nothing. A dead person is dead, unable to respond, unable to reach out, unable to call out for life at all. So if we think about a dead person spiritually in terms of free will, we'd have to come to the conclusion that a dead person doesn't have free will. Now, here's where it gets sort of sticky. Certainly, God created us imago Dei, in his own image. And part of what that means is we've got cognitive function. We have volition. We have the ability to choose, but free will is an illusion, friend, because of this verse. See, purely free will indicates that there's something in us that has the ability to choose that which is good. And while we do have a will, it's not free. We're either enslaved to Satan or to Christ. Let me keep reading in Ephesians chapter 2. You were dead in which you previously lived according to the ways of this world, according to the ruler of the power of the air, the spirit now working in the disobedient. All you could do was that which promoted darkness. So certainly you could choose, but you didn't have the ability to choose that which would lead to salvation. And then verse 4, but God, rich in mercy, because of his great love that he had for us, made us alive with Christ, even though we once were dead. So God enters into our deadness and breathes his life into us, whereby enabling us now to respond to his gospel. Like this is where Romans 10 comes in. We're able to believe in our hearts, to confess with our mouths, resulting in salvation. But we didn't do that on our own. We couldn't do it until God stepped into our story. And now the will which God ingrained in us is able to do things which promote the gospel, which promote godliness and righteousness. Listen to Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared ahead of time for us to do. So certainly we have a will, but it's enslaved while we're dead spiritually to Satan. Once God steps into our story, now we become his slaves, able to do his will.